What broke your heart gave them relief. Dismissive avoidance will dump partners to relieve stress for themselves. And that's because dismissive avoidance find relationships as a source of stress. Just being in the relationship gives them a baseline of anxiety. That's because there are pressures on them. Pressures to meet expectations, to show up for their partner, to give something of themselves, to lower their walls and be vulnerable. All of this gives them stress. Why is this stressful? Normal, healthy, secure people find relationships as a source of stress relief, but not dismissive avoidance. And the reason for this is because they were neglected in childhood. They grew up in households where you don't talk about feelings and their emotional needs were not met at all. But in addition to that neglect, they had a controlling or smothering parent, or both, that not only weren't nurturing, but had heavy demands and expectations on them, expectations that they struggled to meet. So they developed this wound of shame and defectiveness. They personalized the neglect, growing up to feel defective and unlovable. This is why emotional closeness feels unsafe, because their fear is if they get too close, they're going to be exposed as defective and get rejected. But this is also why expectations are deeply triggering to them, because they believe that they will inevitably fail any expectations and be exposed as defective. Disappointing people is a profound fear of theirs, so they feel a lot of stress just being in the relationship. But when everything's going fine in their life and there's no other compounding stresses, they can often handle the stress of the relationship because the validation and the attention and the connection they get outweighs the stress. But when other life stresses start to happen, whether it's a work crisis, financial crisis, health scare, death in the family, or something of the sort, now that's adding up on top of the already pre-existing baseline of stress that they get just by being in the relationship. So they look to relieve stress for themselves. Well, they can't cut out their finances, usually can't cut out the family, can't cut out their job, can't cut out their health, but the one thing that is disposable to them is the relationship. They also already have a pre-existing belief that every relationship will fail. So they cut out the relationship and it gives them an immediate sense of stress relief. Now you as their partner are shattered, you're crushed, but they're feeling relief. And this is often why when they go on a trip away from you and they're away from you for a period of time, they'll suddenly dump you when they get back, or they'll not even wait. They'll dump you while they're still abroad. That's because being away from you and creating emotional distance gives them a stress relief. So they'll think to themselves, oh, I'm feeling less stressed. This must mean the relationship is a bad idea. And they'll blame the relationship, dump you, and feel relief. But it has nothing to do with you as a partner and everything to do with